Yes, thanks for staying with us on the Sport Show. As we promised you, some really special guests, none better than these two gentlemen that have come in, Peter and Alex George Poppy. They went for a little bike ride.
They did, yeah. I drove 20 k's from the city to get here. I'm half exhausted. You guys had a bit of a trip, a couple of months ago now. Take us through it again just to remind our viewers.
Yes, I decided to ride from here to Brisbane to raise money for motor neuron disease, Cure for MND Foundation, which Neil Danaher's involved in, or actually founded, co-founded. So yeah, did that starting 23rd of September.
All right, now you started on the 23rd. Pete, you're on the ride as well for the first trip to Waikerie. Mate, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, look, I'd told Dad that it was just he and I heading out on day one, but I'd organised with a couple other mates, put the word out to some of my cycling buddies to see if anybody else had come along and sort of share the work with us. So we had, I think there was about 8 or 9 rocked up for the start, and we had 5 of us in the end rode all the way through to Waikerie. So made massive difference for day one. Just
bit windy too on day one.
Windy, sunny, and I think we all forgot to put on sunscreen. So 6.5 hours later. There was a bit of redness on the face, but yeah, it was a good day. Pretty tough going in a few spots because the road could be pretty rough out there. But we got there and made Dad's first day as easy as possible.
So what happened after that, Dad? How'd you go for the rest of the trip?
They're soft. Really. Yeah, I got to back it up. So yeah, actually the second day I had a rider ride with me as well, which was really good. And so I think, I can't remember, 140 or 50 k's or something. We knocked out the second day. And basically over that first 10 days, I broke the back of it, really. Which was really good. Yeah.
And how are you feeling though after 10 days?
Tired? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty amazing really, because I'd never done anything like this before, not at all. I did do a heap of training, but never done anything like it before. And you get up in the morning and your legs would be sore before you even started. Yeah. It took a few kilometres to get it going,
Alex, I'm interested in what goes through your mind. I mean, the first day you're riding in a pack, so you're chatting away and you know things are passing. Next day you're riding with your mate, not too bad. But say day 4. Day 3 you're on your own.
On your way to Hay, you've got 100 k's of straight road.
And there's a fair bit happening on the Hay Plain too. So what's going through your mind?
It's interesting you should say that, because that's the bit I think that I feared most of the whole trip, was that bit stretch to Hay, because I can remember doing it in the car and just looking off into the distance, And but on the day it was I don't know, it seemed much different. You got a good chance to look around and because I think I'd been riding with other guys, I was on my own and it was in some ways good, because you could make your own pace, you could do it your own way, sort of.
But are you in a rhythm, or what? Music going in your head, or just thinking
nothing like
yourself?
That, because I was watching for those big B doubles,
Yeah, well, that's right.
So, which I've got to put a plug in for. They're fantastic, those blokes. Yeah. Those drivers. They're exceptional. I don't think I had one incident really with a semi-trailer. They give you a wide berth. Fantastic.
Yeah. Hey, listen, a couple of months ago when you were here, the connection between you two are pretty close. It's pretty obvious. And as a father, you probably share a bit of the young fella's pain and what he's confronting. How did that ride build? How did that build the relationship in any way? Or did it? Or was it just as it was?
Oh, look, I mean, I think for me, I'm very fortunate that I've never been someone who questioned whether or not my dad loves me and cares about me and those kinds of things. And but heck, if I ever did, it sort of puts that one to bed. I mean, this was it was a massive effort, and just sort of sitting back and tracking him, seeing where he was every day. It just blew my mind. I knew he'd get there. I knew he'd put in a heap of effort, but just the mental strength, I suppose, that I saw in it, just to get up and, day after day bang out 150, 160, 170 Ks on what's not exactly forgiving road. No. It blew my mind. I mean...
And he'd be knocking on the door of 40 now too, wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
I wish, No,
what about yourself? How'd you go? Did you draw some inspiration for what the ride was about along the way?
Absolutely. And because I know other people with MND as well, and so in fact, just through the whole sponsorship thing, I met another couple of people like that, and I can honestly say there were times when I thought of them, when I thought, this is tough, but what they're going through is much greater than what I'm going through. Yeah.
But you have to ride a fair distance. We're talking about Adelaide to Brisbane, so you want things to go smoothly.
Yeah.
You would think that the support crew could
That's the
get the
easy
right
bit.
fuel in the car to
You
make
would.
it a little bit easier. Can you just take us through what happened there?
Well, we were really fortunate. Pardon me, I've got a bit of a cold here, but we were really fortunate. We were in Cobar, and my brother actually came to ride a couple of days with me, and we were outside the room and trying to work out whether to go or not because it was headwind and rain. Mm-hmm. And in the end, my brother said, "Yeah, come on, let's do it." So we did it, and because of the headwind and the rain, we actually missed the Burke Road, the road to Burke, and we ended up going down the wrong road. Mm-hmm. And it was 50 k's before we realised that problem. And of course, in the meantime, my wife, who'd topped up the car with fuel, the Hilux, and set out on the road that we should have been on. Mm. And so, we actually managed to communicate with one another via phone, and she came back and met me. And as soon as I got in the car and drove it, I realised she was not too good. So that was fortunate, because otherwise I would never have driven the vehicle. And
so petrol and the diesel is a trap for young players.
It's a trap for young players. So it meant a whole day off in Cobar.
Yeah.
But I was fortunate to find someone there that would fix it up for us.
All right, the money raised so far?
33 and a half, bit over 33 and a half, which is excellent.
Good work, boys.
Because it was 18 when I was here last.
Yeah.
And we're going to close it off in a week's time. There's still the opportunity to.
So how do they do that?
Yep.
Now.
Through the website, or?
Yeah, through our website, through the Cure for MND Foundation. You can go direct to them if we're closed off as well. So
good on you.
And there's a donation page there that you can slip into, because that's what it was all about, really. I mean, it was great to do the ride. It was fun looking back on it, but it was really all about raising money for MND research.
Well, clearly the concept was great. The ride was terrific. As far as fun goes, I think we can probably debate that, how many times I would have. But we need to go to a break. Stay with us. Still plenty to come on the show.